Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Talk Football NFC South Takeover. It has been a hot minute, but I told y'all we would be back. And we are back with some crazy poop, I'm not going to swear, going on in the NFC South. So let's start off by just saying, how are you beautiful people today?
Doing well.
I'm doing good. I'm sitting good.
Being humble, hey? See what I did there?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I love it. I
like your new little background.
Yeah, no, I'm coming straight. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I am coming straight to you from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, giving you all the Falcons deets today. And
let's go.
Yeah. And Nicole, I see she didn't feel like making the trip out for this miraculous show going on right now, but that's fine.
I'm holding down the fort.
Stadium. Nicole from her house.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, ladies first. Nicole, we are talking free agency today, and a lot has happened for the New Orleans Saints.
Yes. I did not know that this week was going to be so crazy. That it's kind of weird because I didn't have a chance to mourn the loss of our players that left to other teams, because I was so excited about receiving other people's contributions, let's just say, to an investment in the possibility of a higher chance of winning, maybe possibly a division here or there. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely could. Absolutely. It's pretty open.
It's possible.
Nicole, who did you lose and who did you gain?
Okay, so if you want to hear the deets, what we did was we got this man who said he is not to be mixed up with Drew Brees, but we got Derek Carr from the Las Vegas Raiders.
You said man, though, not a boy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We signed him for 4 years for $150 million, so worth every penny. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm quite happy. Everything was kind of looking that way. And what I found interesting, when he was very kind and welcoming to the community, when he said in his speech, he also noted that he gave thanks for some people and some calls he made to reassure him that it was a good pick for him, and reunited with his old coach. So he's very, very happy. We also got Nathan Shepard, defensive
tackle.
Defensive tackle. You got it.
Yeah. For 3 years, for $15 million. We got Kalen Saunders, 3 years for $14.5 million. And finally, Jamal Williams just announced he's our running back now.
That's
and
huge.
He's for 3 years for $12 million. So I don't know if we'll go into who we lost, but we lost basically our good part of our huge top 20, defense. We got Onyemata, Tuttle, Elise, and Davenport. Basically the whole entire strong defense left.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the big thing is we gained a lot in our offense, but we lost a little bit in our defense.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But you know what? You are bolstering up the offensive line. So that's the thing is, it's weird because the Saints, I see it, like they've been such a strong defensive team for how long, right? And to see them just go and hit the reset button and, by all means, take a huge upgrade on their offensive line is nuts. But Sean, I want to go to you next, but I'm going to wait. Actually, I want you last personally, because I'm sure you have a lot to say about this. As much as I want to hear from you right now, but so to tie in with what Nicole was saying for the Falcons, we got David Onyemata, defensive tackle from the New Orleans Saints. 3 year, $35 million deal. Honestly, I'm not upset about that. We needed the defensive help. So any defense that we got, I was happy. Also, Caden Elise, who is the offensive linebacker, outside linebacker, sorry. That's what he was, correct? OLB? Okay, just making sure. Also from the Saints. 3 years, $21.5 million. And our big signing, Jesse Bates III, arguably one of the best safeties in the league, especially in the free agency. 4 years, $64 million, 20,000. And then last but not least, Mr. Taylor Heineke from the Washington Commanders. right? I was gonna say rise up, but still relevant, I guess. 2 year, 14 mil.
Crazy.
I'll be honest, I'm not really for this signing. I'm glad we didn't spend a whole ton on Taylor Heineke. He did get paid, sure, but we definitely have some competition now with Desmond Ridder. So if he does fail to perform, especially early on in the season, it's good to know we have a backup. In terms of what we lost, to be honest, it wasn't a lot actually. From what I can see, all we lost was Isaiah Oliver, our cornerback. Not overly upset by that, to be honest with you. We have AJ Terrell still, arguably one of the better, not the best, but one of the better cornerbacks in the league. And, don't be surprised if the Falcons don't make any more moves. I could see them definitely going after Darius Slay. There's been talks right now that he wants to return to Atlanta since he's originally Georgia bred. So that would be an interesting signing. But all in all, regardless of what everybody's saying, I love it. I love that we bolstered up our defensive line. It's been very subject for a very long time. Yeah, and we definitely filled some pieces. Oh, also Jonnu Smith, I forgot. That was the first one.
Ooh. Nice.
From the Tennessee Titans, I believe. No, Patriots.
Yeah.
That's where he was.
Patriots, yeah.
Originally drafted from the Titans and traded to the Patriots. Tight end, all we got was a seventh round pick, so it was somebody to pair Kyle Pitts with. So, all in all, I'm satisfied. We paid a lot of money, but we're filling holes.
Oh yeah. Now I like the. I will say I like the Heineke pickup. I don't like it for myself, but since Will is such a big fan of him, I like that he's gone because I don't need any haters in house. But he'll get you. He is like another person that we're about to talk about, Andy Dalton. He'll get you 3 or 4 wins. He'll get you a couple wins during the middle of the season.
Yeah.
He also threw a number of interceptions, but hey, that's neither here nor there. He's your problem.
Can't be worse than Mariota, man. So
yeah, well, that's true. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting much this offseason. I wasn't. After CMC left, our coach Wilkes didn't get re-signed. I was just I was done. But we made a move. We got Frank Reich, got him here, and then he just shocked the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Kidding.
Number 1 pick. We traded to get the number 1 pick with the Chicago Bears. And we gave up the 9th, our 61st, our 2023 second round pick that we got in the Christian McCaffrey trade to San Francisco, and then our 2024 first round pick and a 2025 second round pick and DJ Moore. Now I'm gonna be very honest with you. That DJ Moore part of it really stings me. It does, because now you're really leaving us bare at wide receiver. And that because we already have an issue at quarterback, even though we did make a signing. Thank you, Saints. We got Andy Dalton. Let's see what he can bring to the table.
We're
and
just
obviously
so generous.
got Corral. Oh yeah, you are. I appreciate that.
Christmas time in New Orleans.
Hey, for all intents and purposes, obviously, we're most likely going to go quarterback. CJ Stroud is, him and Bryce Young are the 2 top of the list. I think we're going to go Stroud number 1. He's got a perfect ability to not only throw the ball, but also he has legs, but he does not rely on them. He likes to stand in the pocket. He wants to stand behind the line. Now, that also means that we're going to have to put considerable amount of time in getting an O-line because that's going to be interesting. But we made a couple moves. I mean, we re-signed, I think, Shaq Barrett. We obviously, as you know, DJ Moore is gone. We restructured our guard, Austin Corbett, our Taylor Moton, our offensive tackle, and our punter, Johnny Hecker. Released just a center, Eflin and Damian Wilson. But we picked up a couple guys. Von Bell, safety from the Bengals. Shy Tuttle from the Saints. Thank you very much, my friend. Andy Dalton as well. Hayden Hurst.
That's a good one. He's been around now, the NFC.
I love that. Right. I love that pick. He played for y'all, 2 years ago?
Yeah, you know what? Hayden Hurst, I have nothing but love for that guy. He's a great tight end, and he got traded over to Cincy, and he was doing some stuff there too. No, he's honestly going to be a really good playmaker. He really can.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then Deshaun Williams from the Broncos at defensive tackle. And in a move that I just actually found out not too long ago, Miles Sanders. Yeah, Miles Sanders is coming to Carolina. He had a resurgence. He played for Philly. This guy has just played in the Super Bowl. 2 years ago, I know he was getting a lot of kind of criticism, ridicule. Nobody knew what happened to him in Philly. Last year, he was their workhorse, and I'm glad that we're bringing him here to pair with Donta Foreman. I really feel, and Chuba Hubbard, I feel like Miles Sanders could really be that number one for us. And I mean, look, we're always going to be trying to replace the production of CMC, but that's virtually impossible. So if we have a three-headed monster in that backfield, I'm good with it. Let's run the rock, just protect CJ Stroud or whoever we get number one, and let's go from there. But we need to get wide receivers in this draft. It's a deep wide receiver draft, so yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. You know what? I think Carolina's they're doing the right things. To be honest, I think they right now are more than likely favorable to win the division, actually. They have a very strong defense. You know, they have an up-and-coming quarterback more than likely if they do draft CJ Stroud. Yeah, you're not wrong. The WR, you know, they are a little bit suspect. There's not much there. I think, if anything, if I remember correctly, Brandon Zylstra, who came from the CFL, I believe would be up there for one of the top wide receivers that's on Carolina right now. So that would be something else to see if you get a little bit more shining. Him considerably coming from the CFL. Yeah, no, I think it's pretty insane. I do want to touch base, though, before we go back to, a couple of things that both of you said. I want to go back to the Derek Carr trade because that definitely shocked the NFC South. Yeah, you know what? Hot take again. I've said it to all you before. I'm not a huge Derek Carr fan, but I'm not going to be ignorant in saying that he is now by far the best quarterback in our division. You know what I mean? So, I'm hoping that he gets a change of scenery. The way it ended in Las Vegas when they were benching him in the final game, like just an absolute slap to the face. But I love what Derek Carr did, giving it back to Las Vegas and denying the trade and just walking out. Like, big you.
That in the Pro Bowl there, he got invited to, and he was benched those times, and he still showed up to the Pro Bowl. And guess who was his coach?
Who?
Peyton Manning.
Oh man.
He even said it in his welcoming speech. He was transparent. This guy was saying there's some big guys, that talked to him and letting him know. So I think he did a pretty good job. I mean, would it sway your decision, Kyle, if we had, we got Derek Carr, when we got Olave, we got the young missiles, we're starting to get them ready in the offense. Oh, yeah. So
Thomas restructured, got a 1-year deal on it. Yeah.
Nicole, I like
there were some people that got restructured too. That ended up wanting to stay with us. Who did we restructure? We restructured a few. Yeah, Demario Davis, finally. Thank you. Will Lutz. Taysom Hill.
Yes.
We signed with him. And I'll tell you a little fun fact. He got reunited with Williams, who we now have, because basically they were buddies at BYU in college together. Oh, yeah. And they formed a dangerous zone read combo there that saw both of them rack up quite a bit of yards together. So, I mean, I looked up if, Ingram, he's still saying that he's out as our running back. And then we got Alvin Kamara. And I still think, depending on the courts and stuff like that too, we're not too reliant on that. And that's why maybe I think this was a good pickup. So we're getting the offense in gear, and, Derek Carr there, I think we're in good hands.
What have you heard about, real quick, my bad. What have you heard about Kamara? Is there a chance he plays, or is he done?
Yeah, no, there was I guess it got pushed back because at first it was in March, but then they ended up pushing it back. But he has the court date, but then there's also, the videos and stuff too. So depending on the repercussions of suspensions, depending, you know what I mean? I don't know if that can relay into the actual games as to maybe, getting us not all of our eggs in that one basket. Johnson, I think he's the tight end also too. We re-signed.
Kamara actually just restructured his contract, saving the Saints up to $7 million.
Yes.
I just read that. So that's That is something to be said. I think he's got to be on his way out, though. Unfortunately, like I don't really see them running with him, especially after picking up Williams. I just feel like that would be a little bit suspect to run a game like that. Also, I'm really shocked that Michael Thomas is still on the team. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm blown away. I thought he would have been gone.
He restructured his contract to stay too. And I'm like, he restructured his contract to stay. So
I'm blown away. Like
everyone's making room to kind of, I guess, make room for Derek Carr for a salary cap. So.
Again, it makes sense. No disrespect to the Saints. Actually, I do like a lot of your team. I like a lot of your wide receivers. I like your defensive line. They're very stellar. And this isn't a jab to the Saints. I've been a Derek Carr hater before the Saints. Like I really have been.
So put it on to the divisional rival. Let's just play it out on the field, okay?
Yeah. I do hope that he does play better though. I really do. He's. Like, I believe it was 2 years ago, he was like one of the top quarterbacks, like pretty much for the majority of the season. Then he just fell off, right?
Yeah.
So there's definitely talent there, and him going up against Baker, Desmond, or whoever's coming out of Carolina, the fresh rookie. It's a no-brainer at this point. So unless the team falls apart, but it's we'll have to see what's going to happen. But Mr. Sean Spencer, your trade, the crazy trade that the Panthers took the first overall pick. They gave up a lot. They gave up a ton. So this is a huge gamble for your future. To be honest, I think a little bit of an oversell, in my opinion.
Look, for me, this was just an extension of the CMC and the Robbie Anderson trade. Like, once we did that, I honestly was really shocked that we kept DJ Moore, because remember midway through the season, I was on here with you guys talking about DJ Moore and Brian Burns, the only two guys that are left that are solid pieces. So I figured, okay, we can build up around them. I guess they figured that an opportunity to get that number one quarterback, that game changer, hopefully, is more important. And shout out to the Bears. They're solidifying their team, and they got something brewing over there. But for me, I kind of got to agree with you, man, because I love it. But did we give up too much all in hopes that one of these guys is the answer? You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest. If we bring in CJ Stroud, you talked about it, Derek Carr is top of the conference right now, or top of the division. You know what I mean? Because Ritter and Heineke with you guys, we didn't re-sign PJ, and Sam Darnold went to San Francisco. So we're putting it all in on a rookie and Andy Dalton, and like Matt Corral from a year ago, but he was hurt.
I don't think they're running with him. Carolina can't be running with him, I don't think.
Well, and that's
there's no confidence. It doesn't seem like there's confidence in him, unfortunately.
Right. So that puts all of our eggs in one basket. So it's either this guy makes it and saves our franchise, or it's a bust. So, and we know Frank Reich, he works with older quarterbacks. I don't know how good he is with young quarterbacks, but at the same time, he also worked with Matt Ryan last year, and we saw what happened there. So
Matt Ryan's been on the decline for a while, though. That's the only thing. Like, to be honest, it's really sad to say, but Matt Ryan pretty much, like, he sold his own career. I respect the fact of what he put into Atlanta. By far, he was the greatest quarterback we've had in Atlanta, for the longevity of what he was there for. But, there comes to be a time where, like, hey, listen, man, like, you're starting to get a little bit older. You're declining a bit. Go try and win a Super Bowl ring somewhere else. Like, don't get me wrong. I want you playing for us. I want you getting those passing yards and being among the top passing yards. I want that. But at the same time, like, you kind of got to do what Stafford did and just be like, hey, like, this isn't working. Sorry, it's not you, it's me kind of scenario, right? But it's really hard to say, because we even look at what happened with Trevor Lawrence. Like, Trevor Lawrence took a couple of years, for those picks to come in for the Jacksonville Jaguars and to build up that defensive line, to make those trades for their offensive weapons, right? The running back, what was his name, that got injured for the whole season right off the bat, that was drafted with Najee Harris. What was the same Who was that? That was Etienne. Yeah, that was it.
Etienne, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Etienne was injured real early in the season, right? And he was a top running back. We didn't even know what the running game was going to be for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, the real question is like, once we do figure out who is going to be the leading star in the Carolina Panthers, what wide receivers are we going to get? And then not only that, but, are they going to gel with CJ Stroud or Bryce Young? And how long is it going to take, right? Because that's the thing is, realistically, if you look at it, what collateral does Carolina have at this point? They don't have CMC. They don't have DJ Moore, right? And they don't have their first-round picks. So, you're either going to hope that you can restructure a ton of contracts or that you can pick up somebody in free agency and, however long it takes. But, like, it's a huge gamble. But
it really is.
That's my take. What do you think, Nicole?
I think they're investing in the QB, and it's an investment. It's one of those, GIC accounts that you put in, and I think you beat out inflation by investing early, with him. So if he has, franchise tag, eventually proving his worth down the years. But I think it's a really great start. I think it's a nice. Sometimes you need a refresh.
Yep.
And just swipe the cards, and reshuffle again and do a pile shuffles are actually better. You do one pile shuffle and just re-get into the game again. I mean, there is a little bit movements with the coaches, but I definitely think that it's okay because this new NFL, I think, is a lot of up and comers and a lot of fresh talents and a lot of new trades and free agencies to go around. So it's not dead in the water.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fair, actually. And it's funny because I've been keeping an eye more on free agency, especially this year compared to other years. And there is some teams that are seriously balling out after this free agency. Like Sean mentioned earlier, the Chicago Bears by far don't look like they're going to finish in last place next season, right? Mm-hmm. Houston's picking up weapons too and stuff. Like these bottom feeder teams, I can promise you, we're not going to have the conversation of them getting the first overall pick again this year. It doesn't look like that. Houston's rising up. Detroit is actually looking terrifying right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be interesting. But, I guess we'll just have to play it by ear and see if there's going to be any more moves made. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick little break and cut to commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As you can see, we are just one of many shows on Let's Talk Football with the amazing Sean Spencer and Janae Struthers. So, hot takes, hot cakes. Way too early hot takes. So, I want to start off by asking Nicole. Nicole, what do you like on your hot take, hot cakes?
Well, I like a little bit of olave oil. And a little bit of some spice of Taysom Hill with a little bit of Williams sauce on the side.
Oh yeah,
I love that. Yes.
No, I think that you'll definitely be. I'm saying it now. The duo between Taysom Hill and Williams, they're gonna mark up to 6,000 yards.
Oof.
for 3 years. So,
oh my god,
2,000. They're gonna run us up.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's my way too early hot take.
You
like that.
you cooking them extra crispy, Nicole, or what? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Extra crispy.
All right, Sean. Tell me what your combination is on these hot takes.
Hot takes. Now, with me, give me some butter.
Yeah.
Give me some that maple syrup action on there. Oh yeah, lather.
The Mercedes.
Yeah.
Drip.
I don't want to drizzle. Yeah, take the top off and just dump that bad boy on.
Yeah,
let's go.
In your mouth. Don't even bother, Sean.
All right. Yo, my hot cake. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. With the number 1 pick, not only will we pick C.J. Stroud, but he will be Rookie of the Year in 2020.
Wow.
Pow! Hot take.
Woo.
Sean, does that make you crazy?
Right?
I was like, who's this Stroud? Oh, right.
Oh my gosh. That's never been more accurate. My God, I love it. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I could see it. You know what? I could see it. I believe it. CJ Stroud looks like an all-complete quarterback rookie, at least coming to this draft. So, hot take. Atlanta finishes with a top 12 defense.
Woo!
Heard it here? The butter's melting. The syrup's maple.
Yeah.
It's going in my mouth.
Let's go. I love
That's it.
Ooh, I like that.
That's it.
Bacon brought to you by. No, I'm kidding.
Canada produced. Here we are. I love it.
It'll be good.
So, have any of you had the opportunity to go through the schedule yet?
The schedule's out?
Schedule's out. The dates aren't. The teams who you're playing are.
Oh, my goodness.
So, I looked through, and the NFC South has no easy pathway right now. We're playing, I believe we're playing the AFC North? Where is it? Just had it up too. Yeah, so we're going through the Bears division. We are
North, NFC North.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going through. Oh, we're not playing.
Bears, Lions, Packers, and Vikings.
Yeah.
Lions, Tigers, Bears. Oh my!
And it's tough because, especially with that division, right? A lot of them are up and coming. Vikings are a little bit suspect, but neither here nor there. I did a quick little, way too early prediction, but I'm thinking the Falcons go 9-8. I think we'll get over 500. I think it'll be an improvement. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to roll. Way too early to try and figure it out. We're going to have to see if these teams are actually going to live up to the expectation, especially with potentially Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. That's going to be a big question mark. How are the Packers going to do? The Colts, who are they drafting as a quarterback? Because let's be honest here, that's absolutely what they're going to be doing. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But that's what I have it priced out at is 9-8. Over or under? What do you guys got?
For you guys?
No, just for yourself in general. Yeah, you can go with me if you want to. Give her.
I think that's spot on. I just don't have. I have faith in a lot of your other pieces, especially some of the moves that you made on defense. That Jesse Bates move, that's huge. But I don't trust Desmond Ridder.
He's pretty suspect.
Yeah, and I know what we're dealing. I know what you're getting in Taylor Heineke. So
yeah,
Taylor's gonna rejuvenate that team. I'll tell you one thing: he's gonna get that team pumped. If he messes with them, they'll be solid. But as far as leadership there, I just don't know. Man, you're gonna have to be running the ball a lot. So I think you're right on. I think you're right there in the middle, right where you're at.
Fair. No, I can take that. Falcons have Ridder as their QB. Bucks are about to tank, and the Panthers have no wide receivers. It's tough to say about that. Falcons have Ritter. So I've said this before many times. Ritter hasn't played a full season. Yeah, sure, we've seen a little bit of tape on him and stuff. But even with that being said, it's hard to make a judgment until the guy's played a full season. Is there a likely chance that he's not going to live up to the role? Yes, absolutely. I'd be naive not to think that. But regardless, you never really know until you give the guy the whole court, right? Let him run with it. Let him make his own.
Do you guys play him all year long? Do you think he's playing all 17 games?
Like, are we talking? Do I think he's going to get injured, or do I just think he's going to play every game?
I don't know that Heineke's gonna. They're gonna bench him for Heineke, so he would have to get injured, in my opinion.
I think, in my opinion, the only way Heineke gets time is if Ritter gets injured. I think, respectively, they have to see what they have in Ritter fully to see if he is going to be the guy, right? If we're going to start selling a little bit of the ship to go and rebuild our future, right? So I think that has to be shown first before we can make a decision. That's me.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
I think for the overall, I think we have a good chance of coming up on top with the Saints, then the Panthers, then the Falcons, then the Bucks. But this is my reasoning. Tampa Bay, they have to play the Eagles. Okay. And 49ers. Okay. We don't. With the Saints, though, we just get to play, the Giants. Mm-hmm. And
the Giants are scarier than the Eagles this year. I want to point that out, Nicole.
I scratched that out.
Just want to point that out because right now, as it's looking in, Sean, I'm sorry to say this, but the Giants are the best team in that division.
Do not remind me. How in the world do we let Darren Waller go to the daggone Giants is besides me. I don't even.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
Wow. Go ahead, Nicole. I don't even talk about Washington right now.
No, I don't know. Good things to note is the Panthers, they play the Seahawks and the Dolphins while all of us don't.
That's
the Falcons, you guys get to play the Cardinals and the Jets.
Not worried about the Cardinals at all. Yes, I'm worried about the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Cardinals don't scare me. Honestly, I could see us easily beating the Cardinals. I'm not at all worried about that. I could absolutely see us getting destroyed, though, by the Jets, depending on what their moves still are.
And the good news
That's how I feel about the Fins.
Man.
Looks like the Panthers are going to be the only ones playing the Cowboys this year.
So,
go.
Cowboys are suspect. You know what? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm
Very
not taking
suspect.
away anything from them. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Like, actually, I'm not going to lie. Ash, I doubt you're watching this right now, but if you are, I found new love for CeeDee Lamb actually this season. That guy is an absolute monster.
He's a monster.
I love him as a wide receiver. But yeah, like there's just too much turmoil going on right now in Dallas. What's going on with Dak Prescott? Is he really the guy or not? Like, are they going to keep rolling with him? Zeke's gone. Like, is that really going to create a hole? Like, are they that confident in Pollard to lead that team, right? So, don't get me wrong, the Cowboys could easily still win that division also, but they're in a really weird spot in my opinion. Their defensive line is very strong, but like where are they going with their offensive line? What are they going to do? Are they going to start making some pieces to see if they can solidify themselves more in first, especially in a very competitive division that all these teams are now going and making the moves? Like even the Commanders right now signing Eric Bieniemy, like that's insane.
Huge moves. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the NFC East. I agree with this. I think Daniel Jones is overrated. Yeah, he's with Brian Daboll. We know what Brian Daboll is, so that's just what it is. Getting that $40 million. I'm glad we don't have to play the Jets. They got a lot of work to do after they get Aaron Rodgers. But as you saw, Lazard is over there, so he's going to start bringing in his guys, and people are going to want to play with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, even Garrett Wilson, right? Garrett Wilson. They have Garrett Wilson as a wide receiver. They have who else? They have Sauce Gardner too, right? He's on there. And who else did they sign?
Corner. They got Breece Hall, who was hurt most of the year. Michael Carter, who played for North Carolina a couple years back, he's pretty solid.
Yep.
Their own line is building up pretty nicely. I mean, they've got some weapons, yes, but my question is, what are the Jets going to lose in the acquisition of Aaron Rodgers? Because you can't tell me that it's not going to be a pretty penny. A king's ransom is going to go for that guy.
Okay. Bold prediction here. Okay. So if you're losing Aaron Rodgers, you're gaining Zach Wilson for sure. I think Zach Wilson is part of the trade. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be naive not to think that, because the Packers are going to need a quarterback. And let's all be honest here. I do think Zach Wilson is going to be better than Jordan Love. So let's just say that. So that'll be a start. I'm guessing also a first-round pick. I think that would be obviously on the table for that. And I don't think it should be any more than a 2024 second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to say that because we got to factor in the fact of what Aaron Rodgers' contract actually is. It's not cap friendly. And realistically, Aaron Rodgers probably doesn't have any more than 2 years.
He has a wish list, though.
Yes, he does have a wish list. Yep.
He does.
He does. OBJ, Lazard. Who else?
Randall Cobb was on that list.
Yeah. Why Randall Cobb though? That's a big question.
That's his butt buddy. That's his butt buddy. He loves him. He's just wherever he goes, he wants Cobb to go with him.
Yeah. No.
Best friends forever.
Yeah. Probably walk on the field, hold hands with sombreros and everything. And
yeah.
I feel bad for Aaron Jones though. I really do. Like Aaron Jones, like he's a great running back, and he's just like, yeah, we don't care about you. Maybe he goes actually.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
So back to what you said though about Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And shout out to Debo, the guy saying no, they're going to give a first, second, Zach Wilson, and probably a fifth and a sixth. Zach, if he goes to Green Bay, is there any kind of QB like competition with Zach Wilson? And then you got Love over there. Is there any competition there, or is it Love's job? Because I don't know how bad is Wilson. Like we know what he was like this year, but I wonder, will he do anything over there? Like
Nicole, ladies first. What do you think?
I think he's got a good opportunity. Jones, Zach Wilson. I think he'll do good. But I think he still has to prove his worth though, because I don't quite know him.
No, that's fair. That's totally honest.
Oh yeah.
I think for me, I think the ceiling's a lot higher for Zach Wilson. There was a lot of change, and Zach Wilson like coming into the league, right? He's been in the league now for 2 years, not even a full season though. I don't think yet.
Right.
Oh, I remember him.
Last year.
Yeah, because he's been just injury prone after injury, right? So I think personally, like you send him over, you see what he can do, right? Yeah, he's not going to be Aaron Rodgers by any means, but he's also younger and he's also more mobile. So let's say that for what it is. And I don't know. It's kind of tough for me because you look at all these quarterbacks that have went to the Jets. You look at like Sam Darnold, right? Now Zach Wilson. Like, is it just like the New York Jets coaching team, with the QBs? Is it maybe that's what's suspect, honestly?
Well, and see, that's the part. That's the thing, though. It is, and this is one of the issues that I'm kind of worried about with Aaron Rodgers. Not worried about, but just wonder if he can handle, because it is like that. I mean, they have a new coaching staff and everything, and yes, they're starting to make moves, but it does make you wonder. That was the coaching staff that got Zach Wilson, and they couldn't work with him. So either they're bad or it's him. But then the other side of it, we know the New York media. The New York media is not nice. They'll come after you in a heartbeat.
Oh, and,
yeah. Aaron Rodgers can pull all that stuff in Green Bay, and hey, they might not say as much. But in New York, they'll call you out in a minute. So I'm wondering, the first time that Aaron Rodgers kind of has his little temper tantrum or does his little thing, and what the New York media, how they come after him. You know what I mean? So, the best quarterback they've had in how long?
Oh my God, I probably wasn't watching football at this point, so I couldn't even tell you.
You got to go way back.
Yeah, I have to actually do some research and be like, who was good on the New York Jets as a quarterback last? Wait, wasn't it? No, it. Oh my God, who was it? Didn't the same thing happen with the Packers and the Jets before? And that was their last good quarterback?
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, right? That was the last good quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And he came over there, played a year or so with them, really didn't do much. And then he ended up going to Minnesota. So, I mean, a lot of this seems eerily similar to what happened with Brett Favre when he in his last couple years, because he did the same exact thing. And it makes you wonder, you know, is Aaron Rodgers just following the Brett Favre train? Like, is he just trying to do the same thing? You know,
maybe it's really interesting to see where some of these quarterbacks, like, they're going. Like, we've been predicting a lot of these picks for years now, and it's really funny that all of these trades decided to happen this year. Jimmy Garoppolo, Aaron Rodgers, right?
Garoppolo.
Yeah, like all of, like, Derek Carr too. Like, all of these quarterbacks have been talked about for a few years now about being traded, and now it's just all starting to come and, like, untold and unfold, right? It's been insane. You know, and we look at even some other quarterbacks. Like, look at Justin Herbert. Is he going to be staying in LA for much longer, right?
Good question.
Like,
do they have different retirement benefits in different franchises?
Probably. I would imagine so.
You have to stay, I believe, like 5 years, 5 to 7 years or something like that to get like an NFL pension. Like, if you only stay for a year or two, you get hurt. Sorry for your loss. The NFLPA is trying to work on that, and at their last collective bargaining agreement, they should have taken care of that then. But hopefully they'll get it down the line. But yeah, you got to stay in the league for at least, I believe, 5 years till you get a pension. Some teams might, you know, help you out financially, whatever. You know, I don't know how that really plays out, but. Yeah, no, it's you got to stay for a couple years, and that's the understatement. We all know about all the guys that are stars or that can play for several years on a single team or whatever, but that's not the norm. Most guys are 1-2 years on there. Some of the rookies that get drafted, they don't make it to their first real contract. You know what I mean?
Well, shit, look at JJ Watt even, right? JJ Watt was on Houston for how long, right? Mm-hmm. And then not only that, like, he was like one of their only weapons for like a hell of a long time, right? It's insane, like, where these players just get stuck and they're like, you know what, I want to be loyal to the team, and I respect that. I really actually do. That, you know, you want to be loyal to the team, you want to be there through the downs and the ups, right? But like, there's got to be a certain point where you're like, like, is it worth it? You know, do I want to stay for my pension? Do I want to go try and win a ring? What do I want to do? And especially when you see people like Tom Brady, consistently going and winning rings, right? And like, this is a new era we're about to enter, and we're about to see a lot of movement, a lot of change. Heck, they're even talking about Lamar going to Green Bay right now.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wow.
Like what? Why? What sense would that make?
No, can't. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's well, neither here nor there. But ladies and gentlemen, I think we actually covered everything right now. So you know, this has been fun. It's been way, way, way too long. We'll have to do something coming a little sooner, I'm thinking. So, Sean, what do you got cooking? What's in the chamber for Let's Talk Football?
So right now, and I am so thankful, Kyle, that you hit me up and said, let's do this show, because I have literally been sitting here at my computer just watching, like, oh, come on, can we get our show back? Can we get our show back? I've been itching, like, I just need to do a show. I need to do a show. So I did, you know, obviously Wednesday nights, right? Wednesday nights, obviously Washington Football Weekly, myself, Will Kramer. As you saw earlier, we made a boatload of moves, lost Taylor Heineke, but gave an extension to our big guy in the middle, Daron Payne. So I'm excited about that. And a couple moves we made at linebacker and O-line. Let's see what happens. Obviously, like you said, Eric Bieniemy's with us, so that's a good thing. Saturday, maybe not this Saturday because I think we're going out of town, but one of the days this week, let's talk college football. We're bringing you all the news and notes leading up to and through the NFL draft. Telling you about all the guys that you should look out for. 2 weeks ago, we did running backs. Last week, we did quarterbacks. The next one coming up is going to be O-linemen. So definitely tune into that. Myself and the host of NFL Edition and Restoring the Roar, my guy, Mr. Alex Loosemore.
Lucy
Goose. Yeah. So those two shows. And then obviously the draft is coming. So, hey, just getting ready to talk football. You know, I never stop. So, hey, I love being back with you guys.
I love it, man. Thanks for being here too. And Nicole, I see you got some stuff cooking in the chamber. What's going on with you?
I do got some stuff cooking. Well, I always love being here. You know, I'm always down for whenever I get the Batman logo signal of the NFC South Takeover. I run to the computer, cast my net of thoughts. And then also, starting March 30th, I'm kind of doing a fun thing with Ashley and Tina from Let's Talk Football and Switten's Unfiltered, where we are just going to be chill show discussing, talking football. Also too with the draft coming up, all of these trades, following all that good off-season stuff. So that's gonna be fun.
Beautiful. Well, I look forward to looking at it. And I guess last but not least, so for those of you that don't know, my name is Kyle Yacy. I am on NSD. Friday nights, we talk lots about football. Get some hockey talk in there as well. On the odd Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I do have a hockey show, Off the Boards, talking to Edmonton Oilers, what's going on in the NHL, especially as it's ramping up and it's getting into playoff season, talking a lot about what the Oilers are going to do, how they're looking like, and do we even have a playoff shot is the question too. So, and then obviously to the roots as well. Let's Talk Football, NFC South Takeover. The shows are very limited in the offseason, but at the same time, we're going to give you the information in the NFC South. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, so much for coming and saying hi, saying bye, and give us a share, give us a like, and we will see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.